Hi. I'm Shannon.
I'm Ariel.
I'm Nicole.
And I'm Erica, the best of all.
And I am their mom.
She is.
I also have that title. So today we are going to talk a little bit about what we've been working on this last week. And since I'm the one that's talking, I think I'll just kind of start.
Do it.
But I did not have a great week getting progress done on very many things. But I'm going to blame it on the fact that I have grandkids and fake grandkids, and I did have like 3 days this last week that I had kids of some sort. So
well, I have a child a lot of the times, and I still made a lot of progress. So.
And you know what? But I am going to take credit for some of yours because
okay,
I started 2 projects for you last week.
She did like 5 stitches on each.
No, one I did more than that. I did 8 and had to skip one and do like another 7. So I did start 2 projects for her, so I'm going to take a little bit of credit. So the only thing that I actually completed last week is I finished the other popsicle table runner. Yay! So, and you can tell it's a different one because it has a different binding because the original kit only had enough binding to do one. So anyway, so the other popsicle table runner is done. So now I need to get binding on the flag.
Oh yes.
Quilt. So did anybody have finished anything they finished this week?
Oh, I finished my one block.
You finished?
Yeah,
did you bring it up?
It's finished. There's something in the picture that's not on the pattern, so I'm probably going to draw it out and add it in there.
Oh, is this the one that's missing the bird?
Yeah, so there's supposed to be a bird on top of the sign, and there's not one in the pattern.
That's weird.
But it is in the instructions, but there's not a thing to trace for it. So I'm probably just going to draw my own and add it in there. But other than that, 'tis complete.
Block 8. Check.
Block 8.
Getting close to being done with all of it.
I am.
So did anybody else finish?
I didn't finish anything.
Okay.
Grandpa did say that he would finish Nauvoo for me, so.
Oh, Ariel did take a trip to my parents yesterday.
I did.
And did you take Nauvoo with you?
I did not.
But you talked to him about it.
I did. I'm not as forward as some of us here.
You really this is my question, because we have to talk about Ariel's Nauvoo project in every video
Apparently.
So
sorry about that.
My question is, do you want Grandpa to see your Nauvoo project? Because if he's going to do some on it, he will be looking at the back.
He said that he thought it looked great and to not worry about it.
Okay, all right. So this just goes to show you that your parents, think their grandchildren are perfect, but their children are not. So, if it had been mine, he probably would have really, really harassed me about it. But,
I think he felt bad after watching you guys harass me so much on Flosstube.
Yeah, so I'm sure my dad would have never been able to figure out how to get to our Flosstube. So
somebody had a big mouth, though.
Yeah, so Ariel went down and hooked up our channel and let him watch it. I did get a Snapchat with my dad watching on his big screen TV our Flosstube. So I don't know, what was Grandpa's reaction to our Flosstube?
He fell asleep for part of it.
Okay, apparently we need to spice it up, little girls.
Should we do like a song and dance in between?
Anyway, so let's talk about then our WIPs, our works in progress. So Eric and I had somewhere we had to be this past week that was in the area of the craft center, because we don't usually just go there. Well, yeah, we kind of have lately. We kind of have just gone there if we've needed things, but it is a little bit further away, but not bad for most of you. Like maybe 20-minute drive.
Oh, tops.
Yeah. So, really not that far. But Ariel was flustered with the linen, trying to do that Harry Potter project. And she really liked, and I can't remember the name of it, Erica. Is it the Harvest? Is it in the garden?
Told in the garden.
Told in the garden. So, she's been working on that quilt for that project, and Ariel really liked it. And so Ariel's like, oh, maybe I want one of those projects. And so we decided to meet at Craft Center and look at projects, and Ariel was going to get some Ada cloth instead of linen. So we went, and they've had a project at Craft Center that I have been eyeing, And every time I go in, I tell Erica, I really like that. I really like that. And I think she was tired of me telling her I really like that. And she's like, you should just get it, Mom. Just get it. It wasn't a nice way, though. You were not. Just get it. I'm tired of you talking about it.
Yeah, I hope not.
So anyway, it's called One Nation, and it's by Bygone Stitches. And the craft center had it in I think that they had theirs done in linen, and they had a big one and they had a smaller one. So when we were getting the fabric for it, the lady asked me what count of linen I wanted, and I said, you know what, I think I want Ada. And so she got me Ada because they had an Ada at the time that is it's dyed to look like linen, and it did. It looks just like the linen. So
Linada.
There you go, Linada.
Made my next dog's name.
So the
Linada.
Don't do that.
the bad news is it has 3 colors because it is a picture of the flag. I'm sure Erica will put this in here, but it takes like a lot. So like the white, you have to have 12. The blue, you only need 3. But the red, you need 9. And they had 5. And I was really worried about dye lots. So I did not get the red. And they just put me down the next time it came in that she was going to order me in the 9 so that it would be from the same dye lot. So we'll see if hopefully they get it, because...
If you're wondering what we're all looking at over there, and you can hear something, my dog found a toy that's like her absolute favorite that's been missing for a while, and she's very excited.
She thinks that we need to throw it for her. And she's had this toy since she was a puppy, and she hasn't destroyed it, which is a miracle.
Well, I mean, it's like mostly destroyed,
yeah.
But there's still parts of it left.
It's still functionable.
Anyway, they do give you the DMC versions, and so I haven't really I'm trying to decide if I want to start it, because what if I can't get the floss, that red, all the same dye lot. So I don't know. I can't decide. I'm excited because I really do want to start it, but it makes me a little bit nervous. So anyway, but it's really cute because it's, like I said, the flag and the stripes list all of the states in the United States. So it's just a really cute.
It is really cute.
I think it's really cute work. So
It is a really nice pattern.
Anyway, so that's, I guess we'll say, work in progress for me, because but we'll see what happens. It'll be a fun surprise for next week when we do our wrap up to see if I actually have started.
It's like a haul work in progress. It's more like a haul.
There you go.
Something you bought.
Yeah, there you go.
Maybe you'll be able to find those colors in St. George.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Eric and I are gonna make a trip to see my mother-in-law, and I'm not sure. They've had so many business, craft businesses go in and out. I don't even know what's there anymore.
That's fair.
So they do have a place that has wool. So I was going to just tell, if we make it, I don't know if we're going to shop or if we're going to do projects. It's very, very hot in St. George. So if we go anywhere, we'd have to go first thing or late at night, which they probably are closed. But if I was going to tell Nicole if there's some stuff she's looking for.
Go and look.
Because it might, we kind of have close by us. We have 3 stores that carry it, and sometimes they don't get a lot of variety in, and so maybe Nicole wants something different.
That would be fun. I will have to go look through all my patterns and my
need.
wool.
Yeah, see what you need. So anyway, Ariel, what you got for us?
Okay, well, I did not bring my owl because it's huge, but I did work on it a little bit. I don't know if it's really enough to even show how much work I've made on it, but I also made a fair bit of progress on the library for me. And I did screw up on the horse, so I had to unpick it. So I made even less progress than I was hoping. But
Have you unpicked it?
I did unpick it, and I have fixed it.
Good.
Oh, good. It's back in. The head's back in.
The head is back in, and I've started on the wagon. So I'm hoping this next week that I can just get the wagon done. That's my goal.
Woohoo. Good goal.
Thank you. Yes. So then, like my mom said, we did go over to Craft Center, and I got some new Ada for my Harry Potter, and it's really cool Ada.
Did you bring it?
I did.
Oh,
yeah.
good.
But yeah, so I went with like a blue tone background, but then it has like sparkly stuff in it.
It's like glittery.
waving. Yeah.
It is very cool.
Yeah, I thought it was perfect for Harry Potter. So I have officially restarted Harry Potter. This is the one where my mom put in a fair number of stitches, but I have made quite a bit of progress since then.
I know, and I did tell her, I'm like, if you don't make any progress, I'm going to use it as a whip for me for this video.
She kind of threatened me a little bit.
She must have apparently taken that seriously because she worked on it.
I did. And then the other new pattern that I got is Farmer's Market by Told in a Garden. And I was noticing, I was looking at the pattern this morning, and it's got that same quilt that you've been working on, Erica.
It's such a pain.
Mine's a lot smaller.
Oh, that's good.
So
it seems like you have like a row of folded quilts.
yeah.
Yeah, in yours.
There's like 2 rows of quilts, and then Erica's quilt is like on the top left. But
So I think we should tell the funny story that happened while we were at Craft Center.
okay.
So we go in, and they always have a bunch of ladies that are probably a bit older than I am, sitting around their table stitching, and it's kind of the same group of ladies, but it varies who's there on the day depending on the day we go. So there was a lady there, and we were talking to Jamie about what fabrics we wanted, and the lady, one of the ladies stopped, and Nicole wasn't there, she was working, so Ariel and Erica were there, and the lady stopped and said, "Are you 2 twins?"
Not.
They're like, "No, we're just sisters." But they do get that a lot. People ask quite frequently if they are twins.
They're the twins, and I'm the friend that joins them.
It's very true.
Yeah. And Ariel is older than Erica by about 3.5 years.
I am.
So, yeah. Anyway, it was just kind of funny. We always kind of chuckle because they do get that quite a bit.
We do. Yeah.
And you didn't have your glasses on that day, too, so.
Nope. I was headed to work after, and my job is not safe for glasses.
So anyway, sorry, did I interrupt you? Did you have something else you were going to say?
I was just going to say that I finished one of the quilts, and I'm hoping by next week to have another one done.
Nice.
Yes, thank you. And that's it for me.
Well, I finished my block, and I was really excited to start on my next one. And I pulled out the pattern and was, getting my wool ready to figure out what pieces were going to be which color and whatnot. And I hadn't traced any of it or cut it out. And I was so upset because I remember when I first got it, I was like, oh, because I had traced all the patterns up to block 8. So I traced 8 patterns, and then I got the last 3, and I was like, I cannot trace anymore. I'm just going to do it later. And now I really regret that I did that because I was so disappointed that I couldn't start my next block. So I spent my time this week tracing and cutting things out and getting everything done. But now everything is traced and cut out, so now I can just finish my last 3 blocks.
And I did cut a hat for her.
She did. She cut out the
That's nice of you.
the brim and the main section of the hat for me.
Did.
See, if I'm going to take credit for your projects, you
Yeah.
can take credit for Nicole's project.
I gotta throw that in there.
She cut it out for me because she got a knot in hers, and so she passed it to me. I got out the knot while she finished cutting out some stuff for me.
You can take credit for Ariel's project, too.
I can.
Yeah.
So
That feels like a stretch.
well, you were gonna give up, and I was like, "Here, pass it to me," and then I fixed it, and then she was able to keep going.
I was kidding.
She was just going to do a guitar string because then the knot would just be in the back and you wouldn't be able to tell and she wouldn't have to get it out.
I have done that before. Well, not a guitar string, but I do sometimes pull my knots all the way through and then just wait till they disappear.
We all do that.
I would say
Yeah.
I have to admit I've done that before, too.
I don't get a lot of knots.
Yours
Good
is
for
a
you.
little different.
Wow.
Mine is a little bit different, so I don't get as twisted up.
Was that it for you?
Yep, that's all I did this week.
Okay, well, I didn't think I was going to get much stitching done because I had a bunch going on this week, but I got a fair amount done.
Nice.
So I worked on my little Halloween house row.
I love that.
I know, I was hoping to have the whole house done, but that didn't happen, which is fine. That was kind of a lot to do in a week, but...
You have a really good amount done, though.
I do, yeah. This house, it goes up. Like, it's not flat like the house next to it. It, like, goes up like that, so I've got to do all that green in there. But I like the way it's looking. I think it looks cute.
That's adorable. Thanks for doing the witch for me.
Yeah. And then I started this one. This is a Thanksgiving one by Prairie Schooler. and it's going. I don't know. Didn't get a ton done on it.
I wasn't thinking Thanksgiving first.
I know.
Yeah, I know. I did like the graveyard. It's like one of the first things I did.
Is this the houses one, the one that I had?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. So I started that one because that's just what I needed to start another one, right? And then I worked on this pumpkin patch one. I like work on this one in spurts because I'm trying to get all the borders done, and it's kind of boring to just do the orange. But I'm getting close. I'm like over halfway.
Is that all DMC floss?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then I think once I finish the border, it won't take me super long to put the little things inside. It's like a cat and tree or something. I don't know. I'm still working on this stupid quilt.
Oh man!
I was like gonna finish it, and then I like thought I was almost done, and then I realized I had to do all this dark that goes like inside there, and then like all the way around too.
Oh, sad.
So yeah, I mean I did make progress on it, but I don't know. I might like move on to something else and just come back to the stupid quilt.
That's fair.
I'm so tired of it. And then I worked on my little
Oh, yeah, a lot done in that.
Yeah, I actually got quite a bit done in this. Because I think last time I only had like a row.
Like 2 rows, yeah.
Now I've got the skeleton polish and the little top, so...
Oh, that's way cute.
Yeah, I might be able to finish the rest of... Just not the whole banner, obviously, but just this part by next week, because it's not taking super long.
And sometimes I think with the words, they can be like quicker stitches.
Yeah, the words were pretty quick. Then the last one is this... Another little Thanksgiving house. I wanted to try to put all the red in the house, but I worked on a lot of different projects. I probably could have if I hadn't worked on like all of them, but
that's fair.
I just wanted to switch it up, I guess. So,
well, and if I remember right, you had kind of just an outline of the windows and just the roof.
Yeah, the roof and the owl. So I filled in the windows, finished the windows and the door, filled in the door. So I mean, I did a fair amount.
Yeah,
on this one.
You should
just moving right along.
You should both have lots of things to show us next week after your stitching palooza.
Yeah.
And the good news is that Erica did join us at Craft Center, and all she purchased was floss for a project.
Yay, Erica!
No patterns, no fabric, just floss.
Yeah.
Good.
I know, I was like, man, I don't really have a ton of like Christmas patterns. Like I have some Christmas projects that I just haven't been working on because, you know, I'm doing the fall, and my mom's like, that's because you're doing all the fall. You haven't like made it to Christmas, so
that's true.
Once I start finishing Halloween, who knows, I might end up with some
well, there was
ones.
a Christmas pattern that you wanted, not this last week when we went to Craft Center, but the time before. And didn't you put your name down?
Yeah.
Or when it came in, and they haven't called you, and that's on black.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Well, I really want to do the Prairie Schooler, like the Christmas carols one, the songs.
Oh. Did you get that pattern?
No.
Do they have it at Craft Center?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
But that was really cute.
I
As soon
know.
as you said Christmas Carol, I was like,
No, not this Christmas carol. Like an actual song.
Yeah.
I got it.
Well, and while we were there looking, Erica, I know she's mentioned in our first video that her Christmas tree is kind of a woodland theme. And then she's talked about, when I, get a bigger place, she'd like a second Christmas tree. And so she's like, maybe I need to cross-stitch ornaments to put on the Christmas tree.
Ooh.
And she could have the cross-stitch Christmas tree. I think that would be really cute.
That would be cute.
You can still
Yeah, that'd
be
be
the
cute.
crazy cross-stitch lady.
I could. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Crazy cross stitch.
So yeah, I think that's it. Does anybody else have anything to discuss?
I don't think so.
So, okay, well, Eric and I are hoping that while we were at my mother-in-law's for a couple of days, we can get some progress on some projects. I actually have a project that I bought. It was a block of the month quilt project, and the store's not even, they closed, so they're not even in business anymore. But I went to start it. Probably in the middle of COVID, I was thinking, I'd really like to do that. It was so cute. And I pulled it all out, and it's like was super overwhelming. And so I was thinking about that earlier today, and I thought, I think I'm just going to slip that into my bag. And my mother-in-law is 94.
I think so.
So she, she does, like I said, I've mentioned in videos before, she doesn't really do like needle turn applique and stuff anymore. But this is kind of like a wool cotton crossover, but I thought I'm just going to take that with me because I think she'll be able to get me started.
There you go.
And so we'll see.
She should be able to.
We'll see. And because that bag's been kind of sitting under my sewing table for quite some time, and I like to pull it out and look at it because it's just really cute and happy. So we'll see. Tune in next time to see if I got help or if I will just be a project that just sits on my shelf forever.
We'll have to sew a lot on Wednesday.
Apparently.
Keep caught up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nicole goes to Ariel's every Wednesday after work, so
She does.
and it was interesting because my husband and I stopped by Ariel's house last night, and all 3 girls were at Ariel's house, and all of them were stitching furiously, and I was like, oh man, I'm gonna look bad on this weekly wrap up because
I wasn't stitching, I was cutting.
you were
That's
cutting,
true.
but everybody was working on projects, but I was not. So
Yep.
yeah, anyway, so thank you for joining us, and hopefully we'll have more to report next week. We might have some more exciting things to say next week, and maybe we can even have a couple pictures of the walls at Grandma Green's house.
Oh, there you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, tune in next week to see if I buy anything in St. George.
I know, are we going to go shopping in St. George?
I don't know.
We'll see. We'll see what Grandma wants to do.
Yeah.
So. And she doesn't like to go very far. And I mean, she still drives, but she doesn't like to go very far. So she might want to, branch out into some of those other,
Areas.
those other craft stores that she doesn't get to. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. So anyway, so thanks for tuning in, and we always love to hear your comments. If you have ideas or suggestions for projects we're working on, we are totally open. So anyway, so thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Bye.